What's up, pimps? Lubersky here. This is like my first video in like 7, 8 months, something like that. So I wanted to come on here. I want to start making videos again. I know I feel like I go through like spurts of making videos, and then I won't touch any of this stuff for like months. So I don't know. I want to try to get more of a schedule going. I think in like once a week. That's a good goal I can strive for. And pretty much, I guess I kind of just want to make videos about things I like. I don't want to like talk just about one thing, like movies or just comics or whatever. I just want to be able to talk about my life, talk about my mental health, my whatever, and I want it to be very kind of off the cuff. But I do like to talk a lot about comics, a lot about movies. I'm a big kind of nerd geek, whatever. So that will be what a lot of my videos are around. Is just those topics. So anyhow, yeah. So I just wanted to come on here and give a quick life update since the last time I uploaded, which I think was like in April or something. I don't know. And I guess just talk a little bit about some things I've read that have stood out to me, things I'm excited about, things I'm nervous about, whatever it may be. So, job wise, it's still going good. I work in like the finance industry. I work for 3 financial advisors. They're all great. I really do like working for them. So, I'm studying for some security tests and whatnot, and just trying to pass those so I can kind of move up in that world. So there, I mean, it's going good. I will also like to add, before I kind of dive in more here, these are going to be kind of like video diaries, I guess. Like, where they are just kind of off the cuff, no editing really. I don't like to edit. I find it just to be tedious. So I'm just gonna not edit, and any mistakes I make, I'm just gonna leave in, because at the end of the day, I don't know. It's whatever. These are the videos I want to make. So yeah. And I do apologize. I guess I don't know. I'm like out of breath right now, which is weird. I think it's just because I'm talking a lot. So yeah, so job wise going okay, still living at home, which sucks. I'm saving up to move out though. So that front is, we're going somewhere. I still read a lot of comics. That's, I would say, my favorite source of entertainment. I do watch a lot of movies and TV and YouTube videos and whatnot. But I would say comics are by far my favorite medium. So yeah, so let's see here. I pulled out some books that I want to talk about quickly. This one is Did You Hear What Ed Gein Done? By Harold, I don't know how to say his last name, Setcher, yeah, and Eric Powell, I think he does the art. And this is a graphic novel about the life of the serial killer Ed Gein, who I did not really, I knew of him, because he's definitely in like a top 10 serial killers. So, I knew of him, but this book, I think it does a really good job at going into detail about his life, kind of the psyche, and then also the just horrific crimes that he committed. And yeah, he was one messed up dude. So I would highly recommend that, especially if you're into kind of like the true crime genre. It has some really cool art. It is very graphic, very adult, very mature. So if you're not into that sort of thing, I would not check it out. It's very disturbing at times, super, super disturbing. But I don't know, I really enjoyed it. I read it like the week before Halloween, and I got a kick out of it. So this is definitely a book I'll probably check out and reread like once a year or so. I just find it fascinating. It's all in black and white. The artwork's really good. The way the story's told is just fascinating. So yeah, I highly recommend this one. The next book I got here is one I also read right before Halloween, The Nice House on the Lake. This is by James Tiny Onion the Fourth. That's not his actual last name. It's I think Tinian. And I don't know. When I read this, it definitely I think he wrote this during COVID, where he was locked away, where we all were locked away. Because it definitely kind of reads. You feel very isolated, especially from the outside world when you read this book. You know, it's about this group of friends who they go to a cabin, a house on the lake, and some it gets crazy. I don't really want to spoil it, just because it takes some twists and turns that you just want to expect. The artwork's great, and yeah, it's a super interesting story. I think this is going to be under the Vertigo label from now on from DC. This is the black label right now, but they just revived Vertigo, which I think that's pretty cool. So yeah, check it out. There is a sequel, or I guess a continuation, which I guess a sequel is a continuation. Anyhow, I haven't read it. I don't know if it follows the same group of characters, or the characters are just put in the same situation, kind of, and we see how that unfolds with new characters. Anyhow, I will check that out for sure once it's collected in this oversized hardcover format. Maybe I'll read it online too. But I got a bunch of other shit I gotta read first. And then the last one, Election Day's coming up. It's Sunday, November 4th, I think. I don't know. Yeah, whatever. 3rd or 4th, I don't know. And Election Day is this upcoming Tuesday, and this is On the Stump. It's a, I guess it's an alternative history type book. Shout out to Illumin Nerdy. Check out his YouTube channel. He also talks a lot about comics, and I love his videos. He recommended this in a video, and I said, that's a cool concept. I want to check it out. And so, yeah, it's pretty much about presidents and really any elected official. In order for them to be elected and pass legislation, they have to fist fight on a stump. And so it takes a very violent turn, politics does, and I don't know, it's just super fascinating. And it's a short read. I read this in like one night. It's only 5 issues. And I don't know if they're coming out with more. I hope they do. They left some things kind of unfinished, unresolved, and I think there's definitely more story to be told within this universe. So I do hope they come out with more. It's by Chuck Brown, who he did Bitterroot, I believe, which I've not read, so I can't say if I enjoyed it or not. But this I can for sure say I did enjoy, and I think it's a good read around Election Day. And that's kind of something else I want to talk about, which I think maybe I'll do a video on Election Day, kind of more talking about my feelings and whatnot. I'm not going to go into like specific politics and who I'm going to vote for, whatever, you know. But I will say I am freaking anxious about the election, as I'm sure a lot of you guys are. I've had like multiple dreams about it, and it's just something that's always kind of on my mind, has been now, as we've gotten closer to Election Day for the last month or so. So I'm excited for it to be over, but I am ultimately nervous about the outcome. So I wanted to also touch upon kind of my mental health. That's something I want to be more open about, because it is something I struggle with, specifically like anxiety. I think that's the biggest thing I struggle with, which I'll go into more detail maybe in later videos. But something that's kind of helped me as of late is I was watching this YouTube video, and it wasn't about mental health or anxiety or anything. It was just this guy who is an artist, and he said in his 20s he started journaling, but in the journal he would draw a picture alongside, a journal excerpt. And I said, that's a cool idea. And I hear journaling's good for, I don't know, growth and whatever else. I don't know. I guess it's a good way to kind of reflect on your day um, and move on from it. So that's something I started, and I'm only about 4 to 5 entries in. But it is nice to sit down, and it takes 5 to 10 minutes, if that. And I just draw a quick picture. Like here, I drew an owl, and I know it doesn't look like an owl. But here I drew a dog. But it's just a quick little sketch. It can be something about my day, something entirely different, something I just want to draw. And I just kind of write about my day and how I'm feeling. So I don't know. I think maybe you're struggling with mental health and anxiety, or just kind of want to find a way to journal and I guess make it more interesting. I'd recommend it. Try it out. Why not? So I think that's really going to be it for this video. I just wanted to quickly come on, talk about some things going on in my life, and yeah, I guess that's kind of it, really. I do want to do a video about the Penguin. I love the Penguin. I'm going to wait till either before the season finale or after. I don't know. Maybe I'll do one. Maybe I'll do both. I'll do one kind of predicting how I think the series is going to end, and then one afterwards, and talk about the series overall. Because I do love that. I love the Penguin so much. What I'm reading right now, I'm reading Green Lantern by Jeff Johns. I haven't bought the omnibus or anything like that. I'm just reading it digitally. Something I'm going to start to do more is just read, especially DC and Marvel books. I don't really have too much of a desire to collect those omnibuses, even though I do have, these are all the omnibuses I have, and not like collected editions. For the most part, I do have some absolutes, but I don't know. Like, I started reading Captain America by Ed Brubaker the other day, yesterday specifically, and I don't know. It just didn't hit for me. I read like, I think five issues or so. I'm like, this is good, but I don't love it. Like, I don't think I need to own this. Like, I don't know that I would reread this. So I'm like, I have to stop being so, I don't know, what's the word? Not trigger happy. I guess trigger happy with my freaking credit card. But yeah, just try things online where I can either read it for free with, well, I guess not for free, with like a subscription or whatnot. But it's a lot more cost efficient. So yeah, right now I'm reading Green Lantern by Jeff Johns. I'm really enjoying that. I'm not a DC guy, but I don't know, that run I hear such good things about, and it's just something I wanted to check out. And maybe I'll do a video on that eventually, just talking about how I feel about it and whatnot. So I think that's going to do it for this video. If you liked it, please like, subscribe, comment. I would love to talk about the books I just talked about, mental health, whatever. I would love to specifically talk about the Penguin. I love that show. So yeah, I guess that's it. I'll leave a link to my Instagram. I just created a new one. I kind of wanted a fresh start with my Instagram, I guess, just to really post things about comics, and I'm gonna do more drawings and whatnot in the future. So yeah, I guess that's it. Take care.